It's showtime.
Well, the games have certainly lived up to the billing so far, so let's hope this one follows suit. We got Jaedong versus the comically inconsistent C. Now, don't get me wrong, C can be a StarCraft god when he puts his mind to it. He can be one of the best StarCraft players in the world sometimes. Notice I added the sometimes. It's usually in Pro League, and not always in Pro League, just waves in Pro League. He is notoriously bad in individual leagues. Not sure why. Maybe he needs to fight for his friends. He's like Goku or something. I gotta fight for my friends. Gotta go Super Saiyan for my friends and my girlfriend Chi-Chi or whatever. But yes. So see, he can be a StarCraft god sometimes, but he's going up against Jaedong, who is a StarCraft god 24/7. Even when Jaedong is trying to fail, it seems he wins. That is how good he is. Plus, this is on Dreamliner, which has been kind of a Terran graveyard against Zerg. Terran don't like this map, except for Lita. He likes this map. Here we go. Except over at the 3 o'clock position in orange is C. Down at the 6 o'clock in red is Jaedong. There's C talking to himself. He's like, I can do it. He's just Jaedong. Who's Jaedong? And then Jaedong is sitting there thinking, oh, I'm freaking Jaedong. My finger itches. I'm freaking Jaedong. So, okay, here we go. And surprisingly, I've gotten through all of my predictions today. I skipped a bunch in my last run-through. I guess I should say how I actually pick out the predictions. I go through the comments section of my gigantic preview and predictions video comments section. I make that hand gesture, and then I say, which one can I pick out for this match? And then I pick a few, like 4 or 5, and then I put them in a Word document, and I have it right next to my video window right now. USA loves Jaedong. Oh, what was on the back of that? Will you marry me? I love you, Jaedong. That was a man. Oh, jeez. So, on that note, let's move on to the fanboyism in the comments section. Here's one from Ryukin. Writes, I'm happy as long as Jaedong wins everything. And these people are not happy. He's like, let's get out of here. I am so tired of this freaking crap. We got to get out of here. And I think they're going back to school or going to study or something. What is going on? I wish I knew. Well, I do know Korean. I know Korean. That is why I read the Korean on the signs. Almost gave away my cover for a second. But did I actually read Ryukin's prediction? I'm not sure. But I'll read it again if I didn't, because I'm so forgetful. I'm happy as long as Jaedong wins everything, smiley face. I think I read that, whatever. Here's another one from OMG Zombie Run. Writes, Jaedong for Prez. Short and sweet. But the barracks coming up, looks like we're not seeing C go for the 14cc build the Flash did in the last set. I don't really think of C as that kind of player anyway. He's more of a safer type of player than Flash is. Jaedong, I love you. Man, there's a lot of foreign people in the audience today, not to mention this guy who looks like he is on crack. Here's another one from AC Funky. Writes, Jaedong will beat the whole group so bad that they will cry. C will win because he is able to play while crying. The best out of the 3. He will, yeah. So C is going to play well while crying, I think is what he was saying. And I believe that. C, he sweats so much. I mean, C, its name is very, very appropriate. Because when you look at him in mid-game, just look at his face in mid-game when they cut to it. He'll be dripping with sweat. It is ridiculous. The C is dripping from his pores, no doubt. So you will see that later, pun intended. Here's another pun from Vampires 2 writes, "This is C's season." Get it? Season? Ah. He's choked enough times lately in tournaments that it's time for a new approach. And that new approach is less fail. And that is hard to accomplish against a player like Jaedong, but good luck to you, C. I believe in you. You sweaty, sweaty man, you. But C is still in with his scout. He has one little SCV scout in there to see what building comes up next. Jaedong doesn't like that one bit. Get out of my base. I'm Jaedong. I have itchy fingers. So the second base coming up for C, and he is preparing 2 barracks and his refinery. Very standard build from him. I think we're going to see a medic marine push at one point in the game. I think that's what he's going to try to do. Do a sunken buster. Oh, C almost got in there to see the next building coming up. Jaedong running back and forth. He sees another SCV scout. C is very determined to get in there with an SCV scout and see what Jaedong is up to. Man, I'm going to be making tons of those unintentional puns, I'm sure. Alright, Jaedong running back and forth. He does not want that SCV to get in. I wouldn't be surprised, since C seems so resilient on getting in with an SCV scout. He might send out another one soon, try to go down both prongs. But that would be scouted by the Overlord, so it's going to be very difficult for C to get any kind of a scout on Jaedong now. Jaedong, his micro, it's pretty ridiculous. As you're going to see, this scout is definitely going to go down. Just a matter of when. C trying to play a little bit tricky, run in with that SCV, get some nice micro with the SCV, saying, yep, I got the best SCV in the world, but it's not going to make it through. Here come the medics now. Let's see if C goes. Oh, he's going right now. I thought he was going to wait for fire bats, but he's moving out right now. He's going to have to be careful to keep his Marines together. That is going to be the most crucial part. If the Marines are in a line like this, it's going to be very easy for Jaedong to get the surround on them. So Jaedong was trying to get to the high ground there, stay out of C's field of vision, but didn't quite work. And now he's going to chase those Marines down and see. He's going to have to figure out if he wants to commit to this or not. The engineering bay coming up, so he will be preparing for Mutulus inside of his main, and no sunkens up yet for Jaedong. It looks like he is completely confident that his Mutulus micro will be able to pick off that small squad in the middle of the map. I think that is STEM being researched at the academy. There comes the missile turret right next to the barracks, make it easier to do that. But Jaedong going to be able to kill the remaining troops in the middle of the map, especially if he brings in his Zerglings at the same time to get the surround. These Marines will live a very, very short life. So Jaedong keeping his distance, but continuing to stay right next to the medic Marine squad. And C is going to be extremely frustrated, not going to be able to pick off too many mutas. I think he'll probably be able to snipe 1 or 2. He does snipe 1 there, almost snipes another before his entire squad goes down. All the reinforcements being spotted by Jaedong. He almost took down all of them. So C's got to play a little bit more safe. All he loses another medic, and this is going to be it for this medic Marine squad out in the middle of the map. No more Mutulus go down there either, but C is prepared inside of both of his bases. He has turrets at both bases, so he did his job of just delaying those Mutulus in the middle of the map to give him some time to get up these turrets barely in time. Second turret going to pop up, and it's going to be very difficult for Jaedong to get the SCV kills. That was kind of a weird sway in with the Mutulus from Jaedong, just right over that bunker. Lost a Mutulus in that attack, if not 2, but now he's pushing his luck even more. What is Jaedong doing here? This is a bit too cavalier from him, I think, because he tried to wedge himself into this little position where he could jump back and forth between the bases, but it's still going to be very difficult for him to stay alive with these Mutulus because he's trapped in by turrets right now, and the only way out is going to be over the medic Marine squad. Okay, now he's trying to get out, but the medic Marines intercept as well as the turrets, so I think Jaedong lost too many Mutulus in that attack. Lost more Mutulus than he maybe wanted to, but he is going to throw down his third base now. Keep up the economic advantage. And he sniped quite a few SCVs, so that was probably not completely worth it. And now he's going in again. Not the smartest thing to do. Like I said, too cavalier from Jaedong at this stage in the game. I mean, it's hard enough to harass on this map anyway, but with the amount of turrets that C is putting down, he is keeping out the Mutulus like no one's business. And now Jaedong going to try to sneak back here, but he's going to run right into more turrets. And his medic marines down here. Jaedong, wow, he's pushing his luck. Man, this is what I think of when I think of Jaedong, though. The skirting by all the defenses to cause as much havoc with those mutalisks as possible. But still, okay, the last marines right next to the medics are going down. But Jaedong is still going to lose a lot of mutalisks if he keeps committing himself to this. Picking off most of the medic marines. C completely focused right now, trying to keep those medic marines alive long enough to fire back against Jaedong's mutalisks. And Jaedong's still sticking to all mutas. C is constantly scanning right now. He knows he doesn't have to worry about lurkers for a while because he didn't see that tech yet, so he's scanning right now, seeing when the Hydralisk Den will pop up. Starport on the way, and plenty of turrets all over the base, and more scanning from C just to try to figure out where those mutalisks might be. But he's going to see soon enough as Jaedong trying to position himself. And now I think it's going to be damn near impossible for Jaedong to get any more SCV kills.